Welcome back to Sports for Real. This is Coach Hall. I didn't really want to say anything about this, but it kept eating at me, so I have to say something. This issue with Darius Miles, the former Alabama basketball player, and his buddy Michael Davis, they've been arrested for capital murder for shooting and killing an innocent 20-year-old mother. The problem with all of this is that they're saying that they did this because the girl refused to talk to them. There's a lot of issues with that, but I'm going to keep it to a sports related element. I notice by being around all these young guys that they're a little bit different. No, forget that. They're a lot different from the way we were when we were kids. Say what you want about us old heads, but one thing we did know how to do was accept rejection. Girl turn you down, you move on. But in relation to sports, I think all this goes back to when they started giving trophies to each kid, even though they got last place, because the mothers didn't want their kids' feelings to be hurt. So even if you got buck last and you got outrun by 30 seconds on a 100-yard dash, they're still giving you a trophy as if you won the race. Those kids were confused. But it got to the point where the kids were expecting a trophy. In short, what they were doing was teaching these kids that they can never be wrong. Just give it some kind of effort, you're going to be rewarded for it. So if this guy felt this way about trying to pick up girls, if he gave her some kind of effort, perhaps she should give in to his advances. What a sad state of affairs. But it's not just going back to when these guys were real young. Look at the way high schools and colleges are now. College, you got the transfer portal. Kid get beat out for a job, what does he do? Instead of fighting out and try to win a job, he transfers and goes somewhere else and try to play. In high schools, and here in Florida, it's even worse. They have what they call open enrollment, which means that if a school district that you want to go to, even if it's not yours, if you have a way to get there and they have a position open, meaning the school is not full, they have to accept you. Well, that was put in for academics, but it didn't take long to figure out that people were going to use that for athletics. So you have guys now who play one sport in the fall at this school. They go play for another school in the wintertime, and they may even go to a third school in the spring to play another sport. And in the end, go right back to their home school to graduate. Fair? Perhaps not, but that's the way things are here in Florida. So what it's telling the kids, if I don't like things here, or I don't like the coach, or the rules are too tough, I just go somewhere else. And what it does, it leads to further problems down the road in society. Case in point, this situation in Alabama. So again, say what you want about us old heads, but some of these things that we grew up with, they need to come back. If not, this whole society just might crumble. Sports for real.